Hey all, welcome to ShareTrekc. This is Raj here, and friends, today I want to talk to you about Editas Medicine because they have some positive news coming for them at last. Editas has been a no news kind of a company for quite a while, so a little bit of energy comes along with this. So I'm going to talk about that today, and also cross-reference to our earlier videos about Bluebird's lower cell and CRISPR's exacell for SCD, because today's news is about EDIT-301. With that said, let's get started. Today, Editas Medicine announced that it has been granted FDA Regenerative Medicine Advanced Therapy or RMAT designation for EDIT-301 for the treatment of sickle cell disease. And Editas also said it expects to share additional data from their Ruby phase 1/2 trial before the end of 2023. So anytime now, we'll have the next catalyst for Editas. That would be coinciding along with the PDUFA date of exacell and lower cell. So Editas will also try to stay relevant for EDIT-301. So that's the way I look at it. And now you will recollect that I had already done a video on how sickle cell disease happens and the genes involved, and also I have discussed the details of which genes pathways are targeted by exacell, lower cell, and EDIT-103, how they differ but achieve the same objective. If you wish, you could search our homepage on YouTube, and I've also put a link in the description so that you can easily check it from there. At that time, my concern was that EDIT is too slow with 301, and now with the declaration that they have RMAT designation, I think the situation has improved slightly for Editas. There seems to be a little bit of enthusiasm out there, so we'll also expect to see a little bit more momentum in the stock going forward, because people will get interested again, at least for the next few days. The RMAT designation from the FDA offers several benefits to the developers of regenerative medicines, but not all of them will accrue to EDIT-301, and I'll explain why. The first benefit is increased interaction with FDA, so that will be beneficial for EDIT-301, and it will help Editas move the therapy much faster, because it will cut down the FDA review time, because they will be actively involved at every stage. So this can help streamline the development and regulatory review process. The second advantage is that RMAT designated therapies are eligible for priority review, which means a faster review process that will potentially knock out 3 or 4 months in their overall review process. And under certain circumstances, a third benefit also comes to RMAT designated therapies. They may become eligible for accelerated approval based on surrogate or intermediary endpoints rather than traditional clinical outcomes. And this can speed up the time it takes to get the therapy to patients. But in case of EDIT-301, I think they won't require that. They're already declaring really good results. So far, whatever we have seen is very promising. And the fourth benefit, which again probably will not accrue to EDIT-301, is that RMAT products can also be eligible for breakthrough therapy designation, which provides additional support and expedited development pathways. I don't consider EDIT-301 to be breakthrough anymore, because we already have Zynteglo in the market, and we have got exacell and lower cell, which are going to be approved anytime now. So I think EDIT won't benefit from this one. And then we have the fifth benefit, which again I think Editas won't benefit from, is that RMAT designated therapies can be considered for orphan drugs designation, which can provide additional incentives and exclusivity benefits. These benefits are designed to encourage the development of regenerative medicine products, especially those aimed at addressing unmet medical needs and to expedite the availability of such therapy to patients in need. So this doesn't apply to Editas anymore, because we already have Zynteglo in the market, and we have got standard of care treatments already available, and very soon in December, we may have Exacel and Lowercell coming into the market. So I think breakthrough status and orphan drug status will not apply to EDIT-301, but the priority review will be helpful to expedite the monetization process. For context, in June 2020, CRISPR Therapeutics announced that they have received the PRIME designation from European Medical Agency for CTX-001 for sickle cell disease, which is basically Exacel. Then on June 2023, they received news from the FDA that FDA has accepted their biologics license application, or BLA, for investigational treatment for sickle cell disease and TDT. And the FDA later on granted priority review for sickle cell indication for Exacel and standard review for beta thalassemia indication, and therefore the agency then fixed the PDUFA date, or Prescription Drug User Fee Act date for sickle cell disease for Exacel on 8th of December 2023, and for TDT for Exacel on 30th of December 2024 respectively. And that's the time when I expect that they will get approval for those two therapies. Whereas Bluebird got the FDA PDUFA date for Lowercell fixed for 20th of December 2023. So despite RMAT, it's unlikely that EDIT-301 will arrive soon enough. However, this enables EDIT-301 to start anticipating future milestones towards approval, and also release of more clinical trial data so that we can get better visibility. And regardless, as I mentioned in my earlier video, reducing cost of production is going to be the key for survival of these companies and for gene therapy as a whole. So let's look at the price chart for Editas before I wind up this video. Here we have the price chart for Editas, and as you can see, I'm expanding this, and each of these candles is a one-day candle. Today Editas gained around 2.9%, and it has closed the day at 7.26. And when I say today, I mean 16th of October 2023. I'm recording this at around 9:35 p.m. So you can see that the momentum is starting to pick up. This is because the interest is coming back, and I'm expecting that the momentum will peter off after a small while. And it's a good thing that Editas is going to release more data from their clinical trials closer to December, when Exacel and Lowercell are going to get their approvals. So that way the share will not fall that much. There will be a renewed momentum out there, and things will start to level off for Editas, but I think they are very, very behind in this race. And if we look at the price action for Editas, Editas had been very high on the price charts, and it has been falling down just like all of our other genomic medicines because of the high interest rate regime, and also the fact that genomics is a high risk and high reward kind of game. And at this point of time, when high interest rate is available with low risk in bonds, most investors do not like to get into high risk areas like genomics, and that's why Editas is suffering. But the MACD appears to be bullish and momentum is picking up, but we are still below average in the momentum. So we'll have to see how this news is taken by the market tomorrow as well. If we have 2 or 3 days of increasing momentum, then we'll see some reasonable gains, but we still have a resistance at 8.38. So that's going to be a crisis for Editas, which it has to overcome if it comes all the way up there, or else it will get pushed down further. And we have the earnings coming up on the 8th of November 2023 for Editas, and the expectation is a loss of 57 cents per share and a revenue estimate of 3.704 million. And friends, as I mentioned below, revenue for these companies is like throwing a dart in the dark. It may or may not hit the bullseye because they don't have any medicines that gives them recurring revenue, so it's difficult to predict. So even if they miss the revenue, I'm not that much worried, but if they miss the EPS, that could push the stock down further. And if they do better on the EPS, then we'll definitely start aiming at breaking the resistance, which we saw a few minutes ago, which happens to be at 8.38. So friends, that brings me to an end of this video. You may notice that I'm sounding a bit nasal because I have a congested nose. I'm suffering from cold and a light bit of fever. So I managed to get this video done. I apologize for the audio quality. It's not the mic, it's not the recording equipment, it's me. I am very nasal right now. My nose is totally congested. So I'm going to take rest tonight, and hopefully tomorrow I'll be all right. So thanks a lot. Have a great day. I'll catch up with you again in the next video. Bye for now.